What is a perfect height on a guy?
6'3" is really, really hot.
6'4". At least 6 foot.
6'5".
Actually 6 foot.
Definitely 6'2".
6'3" is good.
6'2", 6'3".
At least 6 foot. 6 foot. 6'1".
He's a 7, but he's rich. What's his new rating?
A 10.
10.
Why a 10?
It's self-explanatory. Well, he can buy me stuff, pay rent, pay bills.
At least 6 figures. 100K a year?
Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
What were some of the things you were told about men while growing up?
Don't trust them. Yeah, I agree with that one.
It makes me so happy that so many women are waking up and they are rejecting men.
There is no male loneliness epidemic. It is a loser epidemic.
These are some ways that you can hurt a man's ego.
Apparently there are women that will send a link to a guy for a very expensive purse, like a $5,000 purse, for him to buy her as a gift before agreeing to go on a date with them.
We are living through a chopped man epidemic.
It's always the ugliest men.
If you're dating a medium ugly man, please make him buy you something.
I want to talk about the medium ugly guy epidemic.
6'4" really is the perfect height for a man. And I know that's controversial to say because most men don't make it over 6 foot, but it still don't change the fact that that's the perfect height.
For years, men have been told to sacrifice everything: their time, their money, their energy, all in the pursuit of women who rarely appreciate them. But times have changed. Men are waking up. They're walking away from broken systems, refusing to play games that always leave them losing. This is the rise of MGTOW men going their own way. And while men are finding freedom, women are facing the consequences of their own choices.
Now I realize why American guys come to the Philippines to find a wife. You guys won't even understand. The Filipino girls, I'm not gonna lie, are fucking hot. Besides these women being absolutely beautiful, the loyalty is absolutely crazy. Coming from America, all these women always say, and this is an American thing, happy wife, happy life. In the Philippines, it's happy relationship, happy relationship. When I was in America, honestly, I used to hate when girls always say, you need to make me happy. It's a happy wife, happy life. This has to change because in a relationship, I'm not saying everything's supposed to be 50-50, but at the end of the day, so you're trying to tell me I need to make a woman happy and I need to be miserable to have a happy relationship? That doesn't make sense. Out here, these girls honestly cater to their damn man when it comes to cooking for them, giving them massages, going over and above without asking for anything in return. That's how a relationship should be. And again, you guys can say whatever you want in the comments. There is a reason why that there's a thing called passport bros, and there's a reason why a lot of people are leaving America to go look for wives. It's a reason.
You can have some manners.
Like I said, excuse you.
How tall do you think I am?
You sound like 6 foot.
No, I'm like 5'8".
All right, well.
80% of men are deemed unattractive by women online, on Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, seeking arrangements, whatever the on dating
top
things.
10% of men on Tinder are getting 63% of the right swipes, and I believe the top 20% were getting it's like something like a 78 or 80% of the right swipes.
There was a time when men gladly carried the burden. They built families, worked endless hours, and sacrificed themselves for the sake of providing and protecting. Women respected that role, and both sides benefited. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. Influencers, media, and modern culture told women they didn't need men. Strong and independent became the mantra, and marriage, family, and loyalty were treated like outdated chains.
Ladies, can we please talk about the double standards that we perpetuate? Never in my goddamn life did I think I'm gonna get on this app and defend men. But also, we need to talk about it. You know when you get like a really weird Instagram comment or a really weird DM, or you're walking down the street and an ugly man eye fucks you, or cat calls you, God forbid.
That's the first time I've heard in my life, I fucks you. Yep.
Sit with that uncomfortability for a second, and then consider why you feel so comfortable saying weird shit in men's comments. You see a glorious looking man. You see a very fine specimen of a gentleman. And your first instinct is to say, oh, a tear just rolled down my leg. Slow and raw and passionate. Excuse me, you do not know that man. You don't know these people. And I can guarantee, God forbid, a man say any of those things to us. Oh my God, I'm being harassed. Like,
Yeah, she will report the comment to TikTok, of course.
what gave you the bravery to say that to somebody you don't know? Because that's gross. Just because he's a man does not mean that he wants to hear that. Does not mean that he wants to see that.
American men are flying to other countries to find wives, and a lot of women are enraged. But have you asked them why? Because a lot of foreign women are still very traditional. They still believe in supporting their men, cooking, being grateful, and putting family first. Meanwhile, American women and a lot of Latin American women think that asking them to be pleasant is somehow oppression. Can you blame people for going where they're being appreciated?
So women followed the script. They spent their 20s chasing fun, attention, and validation. Social media gave them endless options, and dating apps made them believe the party would never end. They rejected stable men, mocked commitment, and told themselves, the right man will come along later. But when later arrives, it's too late. The same men they once overlooked are no longer available. They've leveled up, chosen younger partners, or walked away completely.
You think the average guy makes in the United States, like a household income for one person, single male? What do you think?
Average? Maybe probably like 80K.
Wow. What do you think?
400,000?
Average man
Oh,
does not make
average
400,000.
man. We're talking about annual, right?
Yeah.
200,000?
Average man make 200,000. What do you think?
So delusional.
Girl. I don't know.
I don't know. Realistically, with everything that just went on in the world, I don't know, maybe like 70,000. I know that sounds crazy, but average male, 70,000.
Average male.
Okay.
Before tax.
Wow, this whole time I was thinking like 60.
Interesting. Yeah, it's $37,000 a year.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, interesting. So 1% of men are over 6'3". The average, the median take-home pay is $37,000. For a household, it's $69,000 for a household. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Again, you guys are used to being, hey, I went to the club. The guy spent $15K bottleman, and he makes $4 million a year. Isn't that how most men are? No.
And this is where men stepped out. Men realized the cost of playing the old game. Divorce courts stripped them of money, custody, and dignity. Dating has turned into job interviews, where they spend and chase with little in return. So men stopped chasing. They started building. Instead of wasting energy on relationships that drain them, they're focusing on fitness, business, freedom, and brotherhood. They're walking their own path and they're not looking back.
Men used to go to war and now they won't even give the seat on the train. Tell me why, on the basis of the fact that you're a woman, do you need the seat more than a man without using dating preferences, gender stereotypes, or gender roles? I'm waiting. If I remember correctly, chivalry to women men don't know was a very patriarchal construct built.
Girl, have you ever thought that
Sure.
maybe, just maybe, your husband is 5'7"? Because the whole thing, like, oh, a dude needs to be over 6 feet and he's got to make over 6 figures and da-da-da-da-da. Do you understand the statistic of that? Like, do you know?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the statistic is of that, but it's not a lot of men are over 6
Yeah.
feet and make over 6 figures. Like, your husband might be 2 inches taller than you, the best man in the entire world. The most caring and protective and loving and generous man. A man who is not afraid to get down on one knee. A man who is not afraid to be a good daddy to some babies. A man who will help you in life. Not a man who is 6'4" and thinks that he is God's gift to fucking earth.
Yeah.
Because honestly, us on the internet have made them feel like they are special just because they're tall. Because straight up, girl, like, that was me for a long time. I was like, no, he needs to look like this, needs to be like that. And you want to know what? A lot of those guys have ego. Not that the short guys don't.
Meanwhile, women are facing the consequences. At 35, 36, 39, they're crying on social media, admitting their regrets. They thought the fun would last forever, but biology doesn't lie. They talk about loneliness, about wishing they had a husband and children, but those doors are closing fast. This is the downfall not because men are cruel, but because women wasted their best years on temporary thrills. The very men they once ignored now hold the power, and they're choosing themselves.
Is there anything that women are better than men at that you can think of?
Everything, literally.
Okay, give me another
everything.
example. What?
Women are better at cooking.
Actually, the best chefs are men.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Raising kids.
Actually, that is not true. They found that single fathers do better than single mothers.
True.
Women are more.
More what?
They think more than.
All the best philosophers were men.
Honestly, it doesn't matter about the history. I just think women are better.
The future is clear. MGTOW isn't about hate, it's about freedom. It's about men refusing to be pawns in a game stacked against them. And as more men walk away, the imbalance grows. Women who once had unlimited attention are now met with silence. They're confused, they're frustrated, and they're realizing too late that men aren't waiting around anymore.
No one wanted to date me because they didn't want to be with a woman that sexual expression part was not for them. It was like shared with the world. So like guys, when I would try to date, when I was dating or who I was engaged at the time, that didn't work out because I was sharing a part of myself that men wanted to be saved for them only. And the fact that I would, you know, pose nude or dance in very little clothes or show my body was making them feel like I was taking something away that was meant to be for them. I had really hard times dating. And it was really hard. It was really hard for me to go home and see my dad and like look him in the eyes and not feel super embarrassed. You know, same thing. My grandmother was like my grandmother is my best friend. She's dead, but she's still my best friend. And I was like, oh God, this is going to kill her.
This is the era of MGTOW. Men building themselves. Men walking away from traps. Men choosing freedom over chaos. And for modern women, this is the harsh reality: your choices have consequences. The downfall isn't coming, it's already here. This has been the Sigma Chronicles, where truth cuts deeper than comfort. Stay sharp. Stay Sigma.
That's today's chapter of the Sigma Chronicles. Subscribe for more unfiltered reality.